Missouri Botanical Garden is a place of beauty, family fun, and serves as a center for education, science, and conservation. Here to share with us is Katie O'Sullivan.
Hello.
Hi, I'm so excited today because I absolutely love the Botanical Gardens. And I don't think a lot of people realize how much of a gem we have right here in St. Louis.
Yeah, we're lucky to have this oasis in the city, and the garden has been in St. Louis since 1859, so it's been a staple for the community for a long time.
And I hear that it is the oldest continuously running botanical garden in all of the United States.
That's true, we are, and we have a number of buildings that are also very historic, and we also have on our grounds a greenhouse that is the oldest continuously operated greenhouse on this side of the Mississippi. So,
how did St. Louis come to have such an amazing gem?
Well, it was all because of Henry Shaw. He was a businessman, operated kind of a hardware store on the river, modern day Home Depot, if you will. And he would acquire hardware and cutlery for people who were headed west. He made a huge fortune, which in that time was $250,000, if only it was today. And he retired early in his late 30s and traveled Europe to see the gardens. He was originally from England and decided he wanted to create a botanical garden like the ones he saw in Europe here in St. Louis.
Wow. So what are some of the things that he brought here from Europe?
Well, I think he wanted the garden to be a place for everyone, and that's still something that we consider important today. A lot of St. Louisans, those that live in St. Louis City and County, it's good for them to remember that on Wednesdays and Saturdays, the garden is still free before noon for those people who are paying the tax rate.
So you mean anybody who lives in this area that comes in there, brings their identification and shows it, can go into the garden for free?
Yes, we open at 7 a.m. on those days for walkers, and then the full grounds open at 9. So 9 to noon, Wednesday and Saturday. And on Saturdays, the children's garden is also free if you're a city or county resident. So it's a great place for families.
Wow. So I know we're going to talk about a really exciting event that you have coming up, but we'll get to that in a minute. Outside of that, what are some of the other things that people can enjoy at the garden?
Well, obviously the physical grounds themselves are pretty great. The garden is beautiful all 4 seasons. We have a lot of people that like to visit in winter, believe it or not, to see the Japanese garden covered in snow. And of course, fall is a beautiful time. And right now, with bulbs in bloom, it's really a great place to visit. Like I mentioned, the children's garden is also great for families, and we have an indoor attraction, the Brookings Exploration Center, which is also a place for families and kids to learn more about nature in their neighborhood.
So when people are looking for something to do in the St. Louis area that's fun and family oriented, this is absolutely something that they should consider. And on Wednesdays and Saturdays before noon, they can do it for free. Cool. I hear tell there's a feng shui garden in there somewhere. Is that so?
We have, in addition to ornamental gardens, we have a Japanese garden, we have a Chinese garden, we have one of my personal favorites is the Ottoman garden, which a lot of people don't always visit. And like I said, in addition to the Climatron, we have 2 other indoor conservatories. And seasonally, Henry Shaw's country home that he lived in as he built the garden is open as well.
So his home is on the premises, and people can come and tour the home?
Yes. They can visit Tower Grove House, and it sticks out among historical homes in that about 90% of the goods inside Tower Grove House are Henry Shaw's original items. He never married and he didn't have kids, so there was no one to, mark up with crayons or paint or anything like that. So we're lucky that we have all of his original stuff still in the home.
That's pretty amazing. We have to take a quick break, but when we come back, let's talk about some really exciting things that are coming up at the gardens. Stay with us at STL Live. We'll have more with the Missouri Botanical Gardens after this break.